The Contest, Chapter 4. Derek, you're still alive. We brought you some food and some meds. Matt, Chang, and Charlie brought you some goodies. We ransacked the medical level, and we'll be heading to research and development next, but we'll need your help. Then they gave me a bunch of guns and stuff. Before we go there, we're taking out all our money as cash. We're leaving this place. There are rumors that they've been using alien technology and genetics, so there's no telling what monsters lurk below. I took the meds and ate food. We talked and I heard all about what happened while I was asleep. I geared up and we headed out and down to the R&D labs. The elevators opened up. Let's go. At the end of the hall, let's see. The elevators opened up to a long hallway. At the end of the hall is a set of blast doors, but within the hallway are glass doors that you can see different departments working on stuff. To the right are all kinds of guns, to the left are robots with human-shaped heads, what some people call androids, or just droids for short. What's the next room, I said. Looks like armor, said Chang. Let's take what we can, Chang. You, Charlie, and Derek grab some armor, and then meet us in the weapons room, said Max. We three go into the armor room. There's a lot of weird armor in here. I've never seen this kind of material before. It's alien, said Charlie. I look over everything and open my backpack. I grab some kind of mesh that is lightweight and fold it up and put it in my backpack. There are some devices on a shelf. I grab one of each. There's a cloak of some kind of silk armor that I take my armor off and put it on underneath my other armor. Then I put on a weird baffle fabric in my pack and another suit over the silk armor. We head back to the weapons room. Anything good, said Matt. Just a bunch of fabric suits, nothing heavy-plated, said Chang. Derek grabbed some silky pajamas and that cloak for fancy wear, but we didn't think it was worth messing with, said Charlie. Did you find anything? Said Chang. There's a lot of weird grenades we grabbed and some guns we pried out. Mostly lasers, so we grabbed a few. We'll let you grab some and meet you in the droid room, said Matt. So I found a bandolier of a sort and grabbed two and started filling them with all kind of weird grenades. They were marked, and so I grabbed two of each. Flash grenades, magnetic ion grenades, sticky grenades, glop grenades, incendiary and smoke grenades. In my backpack, I put in a Tekla blade, a few mines of each, three of each of mines. The mines were vehicle mines, proximity, timed infantry, and remote mines. There was a Synflax-coated blade, 5 electrical discs, and a COLD, whatever that is. A Shoto, a drone ball, some pyronium bota, some sort of hilt that said plasma, and a restraining bolt, data pad, mystifying hoop. There were only 2, and I grabbed them both. 2 other hilts, a canister that read Abersim on it. My pack was almost full, but I had some space for a few small guns and attachments. There was a whole area devoted to gun attachments. They also had magnetic strips on them that stuck to my armor plates, so I grabbed a grenade launcher, chainsaw, grappling gun, handsaw, and spike accelerator, and just stuck them. Anyways, I grabbed about 20 spikes, a tangle gun, a plasma needler plus 10 cartridges, a Renegade heavy blaster pistol, a Van Brace dart gun. I put it on my arm. Then I found 2 Van Braces and put one on my other arm and the other in my pack. I put the DXR-6 disruptor rifle over my shoulder with a hunting rifle and an Exerol night stinger around my backpack. Chang and Charlie went to look at the droids, but I headed to the devices room and grabbed a loaded helmet and a hat that I put in my pack. I found a psychic augmenter and a sub-electronic converter. My pack was full and heavy. I found some special boots attachments that I added to mine. Then I found a super cool backpack with electronic lights and hookups. I grabbed it and switched over all my stuff to it. I found some more advanced armor and put it on under my old armor. I could barely walk. Then I made my way to the droid room. There were a lot of weird droids. The guys left when they saw my helmet and backpack. I picked up a drone that looked like a backpack. It attached to my own backpack and connected itself to my helmet. I used my restraining bolt suggested by the drone in my heads-up display and activated a proxy droid who said, "Hello, I am a training droid. You can call me Proxy 328 or assign me a name. I can mimic any known humanoid with holoprojector technology." "Prince," I said, jokingly. He searched his data files and went through tons of images of royalty. Prince of Persia, Fresh Prince, then Prince. "Okay, let's try someone who works here. Gilbert." Suddenly he looked just like Gilbert. Okay, Gilbert's wife. There she was, standing in front of me. Good, let's go. The other guys walked out of the devices room, loaded up. "Gabriella, we can explain," said Max. "No need to explain. You are my team to find my husband, Gilbert. He should be in his lab next to the shields room," said Proxy 328. "You first," I said. "Your new name is Prince." "Override name accepted." Prince walked in and Gilbert was surprised. "Gabriella, what are you doing here?" A man in a hooded cloak walked through a secret door and left. We all walked in behind her. Max asked me to access the cameras and then called Alice. "Alice, we found him. You should be able to see him on your set." "I do," said Alice. Max shot him in the head. Blam! "Sarai, release any creatures in the labs," she said. We heard gunfire and screams throughout the rest of the place. I accessed the lab cams, and the monsters were killing the staff. "Open blast doors and elevators and release them to the surface." We saw all the creatures leave the lab. "My thanks to you, you are free to leave the compound," said Alice. "Before we leave, we saw a cloaked figure exit through a hidden wall," said Max. "Sarai, unlock all doors." "Let's go," said Max. We left Gilbert's office and exited through the blast doors into the labs. Blood and torn bodies were everywhere. I accessed the cams. "There's a room I don't have access to the left," I said. We headed that way. "Prince, convert to Gilbert and go to the door." "What? That was a droid?" said Chang. "Yes, a proxy droid," I said. "Well, we thought they weren't armed and we couldn't access them," said Matt. "That's because you need a restraining bolt to claim him." "We didn't take that either." "Before we enter, we don't know what we're up against. Let's go get our own droids and come back," said Max. They all left, and Prince and I stayed back out of camera view. After about 20 minutes, they returned with proxies of their own, plus battle droids and droidekas and super battle droids. One person, one droideka, 2 battle droids, 1 proxy. That was what it was per person. "Okay, I didn't think of that," I said. So behind Gilbert were 5 droidekas, 10 battle droids, and 5 supers. "Your temp is high. Would you like to cool down?" said the back drone. "You can do that?" "Yes." Cool air filled my suit through its connection. "Prince, knock on the door." Knock, knock. A voice came over the speaker. "Gilbert, you got rid of your wife?" "Yes, noisy woman." "Come in." The door slid open. Prince walked in, but before the door slid shut, in came all the droids, plus Max and the rest of us. "Well, hello." "Hello, I'm Max, and this is my crew. I know who you are. You have done well for yourselves. As you may not know, this whole project is mine. A test, if you will, to test your people for the most industrious soldiers. This is the chocolate factory, and I'm Willy Wonka." "Mr. Wonka, you mean this whole facility is a test? Even the weapons and research?" "Yes, it is not research, however. Just some tech that would intrigue you to go further down the rabbit hole, so to speak." "The rabbit hole? What do you mean?" said Charlie. "Where I'm from, technology like this is everyday fashion. What you may not realize, and what I'm looking for, are beings like yourselves who exude real power." "You mean our ingenuity?" said Matt. "Not even that, master mathematician. Psychic powers, if you will. what we call the Force. The Force, said Max. Yes, real power, mind control, telekinesis, hyperkinesis, which I believe is both yours and Chang's specialties. Many supernatural powers, not found on your planet in great quantities. However, Charlie and Indy have not these abilities and are against their use. You are frightened of them, yes? Who are you and why do you wear a hooded robe? Said Indy. I belong to an order of monks, if you will, a religion based on power and the exercise thereof. I am looking for candidates to join our order. My name is Lord Voss. Everyone looked at each other, geared up to fight. You will not need your weapons or your droids. Sit and have a drink. So what about the people who work here? I said. They are unaware of my kind. As far as they know, Gilbert is over all of this. But since I have you now, I will no longer have need of them. He pressed a button, and shock waves were felt above us. I have destroyed all that was above us, including the workers, zombies, and creatures. You may keep your arms and armor and tech. Feel free to grab whatever vehicles and aircraft you want. But if you join me, you'll see much more. We will be leaving shortly for Ziost, and this entire island will be terminated. Meet me on land if you survive and want to join. All upon the surface are still alive. If you survive, there are ways off the island, but just as there are land creatures, there are also water creatures as well. Choose your escape route wisely. A hole in the floor opened, and he dropped out of sight.